Somebody put on binoculars, you know. Me know say somebody put on binoculars, you know, baby. Me not have time for that. No, 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 no. How is the bumbo clot this? How is the blood clot this? How about what you got? When the brother come out, you know say something to say me, you say, you know say the binoculars are back. Who fear the man? You stop. It's a style now. How what? Me a go over there to baby. Me a go. Baby, me a go over there.
I could have never beat them bumbo clot. Read and big belly blood clot. Batty man, when him read and batty boy early. And this is that bumbo clot, that's no good.
Why that should not be a good style? That is not a good style. See? That is not a good style. All of a sudden, you start watching books. I just start dashing out.
Mic check, 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic check. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Well, this is the second leg of the quarterfinals here in the St. Catherine Major League. And it will be Cedar Grove. And they're facing off against Dela Vega City Football Club. Hello, my name is Christopher Scott. And welcome to the St. Catherine Major League. And just to inform you, Dela Vega City is in full white. And Cedar Grove is in black and yellow. And just to give you the lineups for both. First for Dela Vega City, Mikhail Bryan, Devontos Francis. Then we have Kashif Gordon, Christopher Lawrence, Daniel Martin. Then also we have Jermaine Oakley, also Sion Parks, Conroy Roberts, Jerome Spikes, Franchette Thomas, Joel Whittingham, and Mikhail Williams. And for Cedar Grove, we have Sean Barrett, Javon Bashko, Don Andre Chambers, Javon Dunn, Kevon Fletcher. And then also we have Javon McIntosh, Nicholas McKinley, Shane Moody, Jadane Redwood, and Matthew Tate. And that is the lineup for both. And the captains for both. That's the man Redwood for Cedar Grove. And of course the keeper for Dela Vega City, that's Christopher Lawrence. As we get ready for the second leg of the quarterfinals. Dela Vega City now just doing their huddle, pre-game huddle before the second leg. And should be an exciting one here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. The last time we streamed here was actually yesterday, and Portmore United lifted the trophy as Red Stripe Premier League preliminary champions, and they won the cash prize. And they actually defeated Dunby Holding here by a 1-0, and a free kick was scored by the schoolboy standout, at least one of them, and that was the man from Clarendon College, Lamar Walker.
Hey Chris, did he let you know the score? Well, do you know what the aggregate score is? You need to ask the guy in the middle. Huh? Yeah, yeah.
As we see Dela Vega starting off, and the referee looking around just to check everything, and everything should be clear. And just checking the Cedar Grove goalkeeper, he's fine. Dela Vega captain and goalkeeper, he's fine. And we're just waiting for the go ahead. Checking the linesman, the first assistant. And just getting to the center circle on the other side, the near side, to be honest. And just checking if everything is 100% okay. Still their checks. Just 8 minutes late, but it's still going to kick off here. And we start. And this is the second leg of this matchup. And actually Cedar Grove, they're leading by 3-1. So Cedar Grove has the advantage, and they're actually the home team in this contest. So they have a very big advantage. Cedar Grove sending that ball forward, and Couldn't find anybody, but it falls to the feet of Andre Dunn, who puts that one into touch for a throw and take it quickly. And that one couldn't be latched on by Oral Hayes. So it will be another throw, this time for Dela Vega City, but intercepted. And a foul committed by the captain. And that man being Redwood, so it will be, or it's actually a foul on Redwood by Devon Francis, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. And the captain just urging his players forward. And they would be confident going forward. And Fletcher couldn't latch on to that one properly. And pressed by Jerome. And sent up quickly. McKinley sends that ball forward. And trying to find Dunn. And there's just a jostle for possession. Dela Vega has the advantage now, or the ball and possession. And just couldn't latch on to that one. Barrett sends that ball forward. And now an opportunity. And that was very good goalkeeping by the captain. And intercepted once more by Cedar Grove. Now it's Barrett. Barrett sends that one across. And he sends it further for Bashko. And defensive work there by Devonto Francis. So the referee says it's a corner for Cedar Grove. Looks like it would be taken by Nicholas McKinley. Opportunity now for Cedar Grove to go 4-1 up on aggregate. And it's still Cedar Grove sending the one inside, blocked. And another shot, deflected, headed inside, but defensive work there by Dela Vega, and it's still Cedar Grove. Another defensive work, but the referee says it's a foul, and it will be a free kick for Dela Vega. And Dela Vega City on the ball now. Ball sent forward. Finding Devon Francis and loops that ball forward, but a wayward pass, and it falls to the boot of the captain, Cedar Grove, but headed on. And there was a foul committed. That one by Jermaine Oakley, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. Or it's actually a throw. No, it's a free kick. So free kick for Cedar Grove. Spanish Town Prison Oval, almost 4 minutes gone, early days. But it's still an advantage. Cedar Grove, they're leading 3-1 on aggregate. And this is their home match. So Cedar Grove on the ball now. And Moody's ball taken off his feet. And the referee says it's a foul. So will be a free kick for Cedar Grove once more. And the only player forward is Jermaine Spikes for Dela Vega City. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box. And it's actually an offside call. And that one is committed by Javon Bashko. So it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. And Christopher Lawrence, the captain, just pushing his team forward, Dela Vega City. And so, free kick for the team in all white, sending that ball forward. And seeing it all the way is the captain for Cedar Grove. And he sends that ball forward. Trying to latch on to that is Javon Dunn. It's still Javon Dunn on the ball. And he will strike it from there, but a good tackle. And another good tackle there. This time by Frechette Thomas. What will it be? And the medical team, are they being summoned? And the referee is summoning the medical staff for Cedar Grove. So there's a player down on the field for Cedar Grove. So good defensive work there by Dela Vega City. And that wasn't a bad ball by the captain, Redwood. And latched on as we see the crowd here at Spanish Town Prison Oval just watching this quarterfinal second leg action. And Shane Moody is the man that's taken off momentarily, and so he will tend it to, and he would want to come on as soon as possible. But Dela Vega City now on the ball, and they're in full white. Cedar Grove in black and yellow. Goes into touch for a throw. Will be taken by McKinley, taken quickly, or will it? No. McKinley decides to wait, and McKinley takes the throw. It's back with McKinley now, and tackled routinely by Jermaine Oakley. Goes into touch for a throw, taken quickly. Headed out by Cedar Grove. Ball sent forward. And Francis sends that one across. And gobble up. And Jerome spikes on the ball now for Dela Vega City. And he was challenged, but sent that ball across. And now Dela Vega City have the chance to strike. Oh, that was over the bar, just over. That was close. That was a very good attempt there by Devon Francis and just over the bar. And it will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. So nervy days for Cedar Grove. And I tell you, even though Cedar Grove, they're leading 3-1 on aggregate, it's not impossible for Dela Vega City to get back in this, at least in the tie, as we see a ball sent forward. And now Cedar Grove has the chance of going 1-0 up in this match. Oh, that was a brilliant goalkeeping. And what it is, it's a penalty. He points to the spot. And the second assistant was raising his flag for an offside. And the referee says no, it's a penalty. And the second assistant says otherwise. So opportunity now, will it? No, it's actually an offside. That's his final decision. And it will be a free kick for Dela Vega. Ball sent up by the captain, Lawrence, and Devon Francis says that one across. And he's being challenged by the other number 9, McKinley. And goes into touch, however, for a throw to Cedar Grove. And will it be taken by McKinley? And there's another player down on the field. And 10.5 minutes gone in this encounter, and tell you the player that was actually down, and it was actually Shane Moody for Cedar Grove. He's still down on the field at the moment. So that's what's going on at the moment. And again, Moody taken off the field. Headed out by Oakley. And goes into touch once more for a throw to Cedar Grove. And will be taking another throw. This again by Nicholas McKinley. And Cedar Grove on the ball once more, headed out. But he meets the feet of Dela Vega City. Ball sent forward for Devon Francis. Francis on the ball right now. He loves that ball across. And Cedar Grove on the ball, but tackled by Devonto Francis. A throw for Dela Vega City. No, it was intended for Jerome Spikes, but intercepted. Dunn sends that one back. And just a passing clinic here by Cedar Grove. McKinley now on the ball. He's challenged. And the ball sent forward. And just couldn't find the head of Javon Dunn. And it's a foul. However, and it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. Free kick will be taken by the captain, intercepted, and Devon Francis will try to latch on, and he does, and it's still Devon Francis being challenged by McKinley. Sends that one back for his teammate, and Thomas, his ball was intercepted by Jadane Redwood. It goes into touch for a throw, taken quickly. Now it's with Devon Francis shielding off the player off the ball, and it does shield the player successfully. Sends that one across, and finding Gooden, and Dane Gooden will try to latch on once more, and now it's Jerome Spikes, but it's a foul committed by Gooden on Barrett, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. Meets the head of Dela Vega City, and that's a very rash challenge there by Shane Moody. And Daniel Martin still down on the field, and he's been helped up by his opponent, and that's some good sportsmanship there. Gooden sends that one straight to the hands of the keeper, Don Andre Chambers. Chambers sends that ball forward, trying to find Shane Moody, but Frechette Thomas heads that one out. And now it's Dela Vega City once more. Their ball intercepted. Cedar Grove now through Shane Moody, but he loses it once more. And Robert sends that ball forward, trying to find either Francis or Spikes. And Chambers does defensive work as a goalkeeper. Now it's with Daniel Martin. His ball intercepted. And Matthew Tate on the ball. And it's actually a free kick for Dela Vega City. Ball sent inside, collected by Don Andre Chambers. And just waiting for his team to push up until he sends that ball forward, and he does. And he will try to find Shane Moody, headed out by Roberts. Mikhail sends that one back for Roberts once more, who sends that forward, trying to find Jerome Spikes. He's ahead of Jerome Spikes though. And Now it is with Dela Vega City through Jerome Spike. Sends it across to Devon Francis. He couldn't latch on to that ball properly. Shane Mooney will try to. He does. And now a ball sent forward and Cedar Grove can attack. And the Cedar Grove player has been challenged by Roberts. And a ball swung inside. Collected by the goalkeeper. Christopher Lawrence sends that ball across. They can search forward. Oakley sends that ball forward, trying to find Jerome Spikes once more. Being hounded by the Cedar Grove player, McKinley, and lets that ball run for a goal kick to Cedar Grove. And this is third place Cedar Grove. And they're facing off against sixth place Dela Vega City. And I tell you, their streak in the last 5 games, even though they have gotten 2 losses and Dela Vega City only has 1, Dela Vega has 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss, while Cedar Grove has 3 wins and 2 losses. So that's the form coming in for both teams. And Redwood sends that ball way up into the sky, trying to latch on once more. He does. Sends that ball forward, trying to find Shane Moody, but Frechette Thomas intercepts. And again, Dela Vega City loses possession. And that was a good tackle in the end by Roberts. And Mikhail Brand, his ball intercepted by McKinley. And that ball goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. And it's still a stalemate here in the second leg of the quarterfinals. As a ball intercepted by Frechette Thomas, then intercepted once more. And Oakley sends that ball forward, trying to find Jerome Spikes, collected by Chambers. And so Cedar Grove will start all over, probably form their shape back once more. And they will reform, and the ball sent forward, too much on it. And it goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. Take it quickly. Daniel Martin, he was fouled by Matthew Tate. And one number 12 fouls another. So Daniel Martin still on the floor for Dela Vega City. And the medical staff for Dela Vega City is summoned. So player stopped for a moment. Collected by Chambers once more. Basco turns and it sends that one way over. And instead finds Javon Dunn. Javon Dunn passes it forward. And Javon Dunn still, and the ball sent over the crossbar. And it will be a goal kick for Dela Vega City. Bossing up into the center circle, headed out. And not cleared well defensively. Devon Francis for Dela Vega City is on the ball, but he loses it. And flicked over the head. And he does foul Matthew Tate, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. And Cedar Grove does some defensive work, but they still have it. And a shot by Dela Vega City blocked, and now it's Jerome Spikes. And it's a handed ball by Kevon Fletcher. And it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. It seems to be Oakley, Jermaine Oakley, that will be taking this free kick, and it is. Jermaine Oakley sends that one inside, and there's an appeal for handed ball, and the referee says no, and a shot there blocked, and Jermaine Oakley tried to latch on, but Fletcher sends that ball forward, and now it is Cedar Grove that can attack, and a brilliant interception, but it's latched on by Shane Moody. Moody for Cedar Grove sends that one inside, blocked once more by Kashif Gordon, so it goes behind for a corner to Cedar Grove. And a chance now for them to take the lead here in this contest and go 4-1 up on the aggregate here in this quarterfinal matchup of the St. Catherine Major League. Opportunity now, ball swung inside, and not dealt with properly, and it's just over the crossbar. Tried a little acrobatic finish, Javon Basco, and it will be a goal kick for Dela Vega City. And I tell you, I'm being told by the match official that this is Cedar Grove's home match, but based on the crowd and who they're cheering for, you would think that this is Dela Vega's home match, but Cedar Grove's home match. And we see them now on the ball. Fletcher, he's being tackled by Oakley. Ball goes into touch for a throw to Cedar Grove. And he just stood up very quickly, Jermaine Oakley, and just looked straight into the eyes of Fletcher. Fletcher sends that ball across. Sends further, no. Finds his teammate, and Dunn couldn't latch on properly. Ball sent inside, headed on, and defensive work by Dela Vega City. And it is a foul on Mikhail Bryant, so it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City once more. Taken by Francis, and it goes into touch for a throw. Last touch by Nicholas McKinley. So a throw for Dela Vega City. And I tell you, based on the form and the placement and the score from the first leg, you would think that Dela Vega City would be shaking in their boots at facing this side, but they have surged forward and they look very, very promising. So, very physical game, however. Bryant sends that ball forward trying to find Oakley, but it's intercepted. And ball goes into touch. Last touch from a Cedar Grove player, so it will be a free or a throw for Dela Vega City. Ball intercepted. Shane Moody on the ball now for Cedar Grove. He's being tackled by Thomas. And that ball sent forward trying to find Devon Francis. Headed out. Now it's with Jadane Redwood. Redwood sends that ball forward. And unable to find his teammate. Dixon sends that ball forward, intercepted, however. Now it's Oates. Oates sends that ball across, trying to find Devon Francis. And there's a clash of heads from Barrett and Francis. So two of them are on the ground at the moment, and both medical staff and teams have been called upon. And Francis now being asked to still stay down or stay off the field, and now he calls Francis on the field. Ball goes into touch. Last touch by Martin. Throw taken. And Basco, he falls, and the referee says no foul. And Aldine Buchanan turns, sends that ball forward, trying to find Basco. Mikhail Bryant sends that ball forward, trying to find Francis, but it meets, or awkwardly meets the boot of McIntosh, but it goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. This is the quarterfinals of the St. Catherine Major League, and it's third place Cedar Grove. They're facing off against sixth place Dela Vega City, and it's 3-1 on aggregate. And there was an appeal for a handed ball. The referee just holding his whistle and holding the call. And Roberts lets that one roll into touch for a throw to his team, Dela Vega City. Roberts with the throw, trying to find Jermaine Spikes, but McKinley intercepts, and it will be another throw for the all-white outfit, Dela Vega City Football Club. Roberts on the ball now for Dela Vega City, sends that ball forward, meets the head of Nicholas McKinley, and that one goes into touch once more. It will be a throw to Dela Vega City. Ball sent across. Bryant sends that ball forward, finding Jermaine Spikes and headed on, but collected by Chambers once more. Devon Francis couldn't latch on to that one. Ball sent forward. And Dunn couldn't latch on. So it will be a throw to Dela Vega City, taken quickly. Chested down by Spikes. Ball intercepted by McKinley. McKinley sends that ball forward. Meets the head of Thomas, but now it is with Basco. Basco on the ball, sends that ball across to Moody. Moody's ball intercepted once more. And it's still Moody. Turns. And the defensive work again by Dela Vega City. And Devon Francis will try to chase. McKinley sees it all the way. Sends that one into touch for a through to Dela Vega City. Will be taken by Oakley. Taken quickly by Oakley. Now it's with Francis. Francis on the ball for Dela Vega City. And the referee says no foul actually. And Basco on the ball now. Opportunity. Ball sent forward. And they're trying to find Javon Dunn. And Barrett will try to chase. He does latch on. Sean Barrett. Tackled by Daniel Martin. It will be through for Cedar Grove. Through, now it's with Basco for Cedar Grove. Chip that one inside and collected by Lawrence. Lawrence sends that ball forward, trying to find Francis, headed by Redwood. And couldn't be taken routinely by Fletcher, but they do regain possession. Sean Barrett. Barrett sends that ball forward for Basco. Basco, he will be challenged by Francis. And Devonto Francis does challenge him, but it goes behind for a corner to Cedar Grove. Headed by Sean Barrett. Jerome Spikes sends that ball forward, intercepted by Redwood. Headed out by Roberts. Further headed out by Brian. Now it's with Aldine Buchanan. Sends that ball across. Trying to find Nicholas McKinley. Too much on it. Goes into touch for a throw. Jerome Spikes on the ball now for Dela Vega City. And couldn't latch on to that one properly, so it will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Ball sent forward by Chambers, meets the head of Mikhail Bryan. Bryan heads that ball forward, trying to find Devon Francis. And Martin will try to latch on, he doesn't. Now it's with Basco. Basco. Oh, no, Basco is on the ball now. Turns brilliantly from Bryan. And Cedar Grove has the chance to go 1-0 up, but not a good pass in the end by Basco. Sends that ball forward. And defensive work momentarily by McIntosh. Goes into touch for a through to Dela Vega City. St. Catherine Major League quarterfinal action between Dela Vega City and Cedar Grove. Ball sent across, punched out by Chambers, and another strike by Bryan, but goes wide of the target. It will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove, they're leading 3-1 on aggregate. Heading into this match, that's how the first match ended. As Dela Vega City will be looking to turn the tides and change their luck here in the second half, or in the second leg. And they have been the better team. Ball sent across for Jermaine Oakley. Sends that one inside. And that was another dangerous pass to Jermaine Oakley. And he goes behind for a corner and an opportunity to go 1-0 up in this match. And peg back another goal on aggregate 3-2. And that was a very good ball sent to Jermaine Oakley, and he read the run very, very well and timed his run to perfection, but just couldn't send that one across. Ball sent inside, headed on, and defensive work by Cedar Grove. Thomas sends that one inside, headed on, wide of the target by Jerome Spikes. So it will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Throw taken quickly. Jerome Spikes turns very well and sends that one inside. Defensive work by McIntosh. Goes into touch for a throw. Throw taken long. Headed out by Buchanan, and a strike by Oakley and blocked. And a strike once more. Blocked by McIntosh this time, and a strike by Bryan. And high of the target, and it will be another goal kick for Cedar Grove. Almost 37 minutes gone in the first half. It's 0-0 here in the second leg. 3-1 still on aggregate in favor of Cedar Grove. And Basco could latch on to that one properly. And it's a free kick for Cedar Grove. As we see Buchanan ready to take this free kick. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box. Tried to be headed on by Javon Dunn, but Daniel Martin gobbles up that one. And that wasn't a good pass in the end. And it will be a throw for Cedar Grove. Just remember, the preliminary rounds have ended. Match day 33 of 33 is done and kaput. If you want to watch the Red Stripe Premier League playoffs, which starts on the 23rd, which is the Sunday, then you have to download the app Island Sports Network on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. It's just $500 Jamaican dollars per month, and you will see all the action of the Red Stripe Premier League playoffs. First place and second place secures their semi-final spot. Who will be the persons that join them in the semi-finals as we start the quarter-final playoffs on Sunday? You don't want to miss it. Also, not to mention Barbados, they have their league. Trinidad and Tobago, they have their league as well. So you don't want to miss that one. And it's just $500 Jamaican dollars for the month. You can just subscribe and you get all of that content. As we see Buchanan on the ball for Cedar Grove. Turns. And now it is Javon Dunn. His ball intercepted there by Thomas. Sends that ball across. And Gordon sends that one forward, trying to find Jerome Spikes. But Don Andre Chambers will let that one roll for a goal kick to Cedar Grove. And the ball didn't go into touch. Sean Barrett. And Sean Barrett again. And Devon Francis takes away the ball just cleanly. And now Jerome Spikes. And try to find Oates once more. Ball sent forward, trying to find Basco. Intercepted once more. Jerome Spikes. Redwood on the ball, and he is fouled. And it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. And that was a foul by Nicholas McKinley. Prevented Jerome Spikes from going forward. So it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. Turning is Basco. Turns by Martin. Tries to turn by Oates. Sent it back for Barant. And Basco once more. Taken by Martin. And he gives it to Oates. Oates on the ball. His ball intercepted by Buchanan. Aldine Buchanan. His ball intercepted by Oates. But Barant takes away the ball. Headed out. And Devonto Francis on the ball now. And Martin will latch onto that ball once more. Sent to Devonto Francis. And McIntosh is there. And it's still McIntosh. Now it's with Barrett. Barrett sends that ball forward for Aldine Cunningham. And his ball intercepted, but again, Dela Vega City just giving away possession. And if you want to get back into this game, if you want to get back into this tie, you have to. As we see a ball sent forward for Fletcher. Couldn't latch on. And now it's with Jermaine Oakley. Oakley sends that ball across. And Oates sends that ball for Francis and couldn't latch on. And goes right back to the keeper. Oakley tries to send that one up for Spikes, and that's the end of the first half. Still a stalemate after the first half has been concluding. And let me tell you, that was something I was actually accustomed to once. It's the long whistle. You think it's halftime, but it's actually was an offside call. As we see again on the ball, Krishna Wright. He's actually the substitute for one Shane Moody. As we see a ball there turning is Matthew Tate, but couldn't put that ball on target. And it will be a goal kick for Dela Vega City. And just to inform you that the injury suffered by Shane Moody was too much for him to continue. So Krishna Wright comes on for Shane Moody. Oakley sends that ball forward, trying to find Devon Francis. And meets right into the keeper, Don Andre Chambers. As we're approaching 45 minutes. And Don Andre throws that ball over to Sean Barrett. And Barrett on the ball now. Sends that ball forward. Finding his teammate. Now it's with Buchanan. Buchanan sends that ball across. Finding Krishna Wright. And too much on that one. No, he keeps the ball in play. And the referee says no, he didn't. And it goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. Headed by Jermaine Spikes. And it goes into touch for a throw, this time to Cedar Grove. Throws that ball trying to find Javon Dunn. Now it's with McKinley once more, but he couldn't keep that one in touch. And it will be a throw to Dela Vega City. Jerome Spikes, his ball taken off him. Now it's with McKinley. McKinley on the ball for Cedar Grove. Just goes by Oakley, but too much on it. Will be a throw for Dela Vega City. 45 minutes have elapsed. Actually, it's 46 minutes now as we see a ball swung inside and met by Oates, but not entirely. And ball sent forward now for Dunn. Dunn tries to send that one over, but Basco intercepted. Now it's Matthew Tate. His ball intercepted by the opposing number 12, Martin, who gets the ball back once more. And Francis couldn't latch on to that one. And it goes into touch for a throw. Taken quickly by Barnes. Now it's with Buchanan. Buchanan sends that ball forward for Basco. Basco on the ball. He was fouled by Daniel Martin, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. So an opportunity to at least go 1-0 up before the halftime whistle is blown. And there are two players behind this one, McKinley and Buchanan, who will take this one. And it is Buchanan, but that one goes nowhere. And the halftime whistle now has been sounded. Stalemate here as the first half is concluded. No one able to latch on to any opportunity being presented towards them. So 45 minutes have been concluded and the first half comes to an end and to a close. And it is Cedar Grove 0, Dela Vega City.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears. And Benbow on the counter-attack from Mount Pleasant. Benbow tumbles over from the challenge from Simpson. Ball slits through there, the goalkeeper. Benbow over the top.
But look when it comes to him, ball played over the top. Offside, Ricardo Dennis was, but the flag didn't go up. Then it comes to Benbow, first touch, it rides up on him. And Purcell on him in a flash. He had to get rid of the ball quickly. And that's why the shot was harmless in the end. There's Purcell in his line of sight, closing him down.
Benbow, good pace. Still Benbow. Dennis with the effort from just outside the box.
To let that run, there's Campbell going to it, calling for it from Benbow. Gets the call from Ricardo Dennis.
And Marsh battled for the ball. Oh, Benbow does really well here. Wins up corner, ball back and gets it. Touch onto the ball, but doesn't prevent Benbow from taking it. Benbow, multiple step overs from Benbow. Shot blocked from Isaacs. Benbow with the rebound.
Oh, no, this is Benbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Then look at this shot. That was struck with tremendous power on Brian Sharp.
Isaacs. Oh, beautiful turn by Benbow. Daniel Green over the top with the left-footed strike.
Turn from Benbow in midfield. Look at this. Leaves this man for dead. Orlando Brown slips Daniel Green in.
Manning. Benbow. Good pass forward, looking for Hodges. Parchment has seen the end of it. Arnott fans now getting excited. Marvin Morgan. Morgan still with the ball. The cross inside. Reed. The punch on the front goalkeeper Miller. This match has turned up several gears.
What a save. What a sequence. From the delivery by Marvin Morgan to the cross by Sims. And Morgan with the cross in the end. Lovely cross. Beautiful goalkeeping. That's a top drawer save. Top drawer. It wasn't coming straight at him.
Disturbed by getting a point from this road trip. And Arnott, if anything, would feel disappointed that they didn't collect 3 points. Here's that save again from Miller from the Fabian Reed volley.
It didn't have the power you would expect, because just to make sure he got it on target, it was the side of his foot that he met it with rather than the instep lance.
Yeah.
An opportunity to lead here. Oh, that's a handball. Wow. And the interpretation, Lance, seems to be that the hand prevented the ball from going into the direction of a Waterhouse player. If that is the call, and if that's the reasoning, then it is a penalty. Well, in rainy conditions, Dumble Holden giving up a penalty. Howell, Kenroy Howell, prolific scorer for Waterhouse, has the job to strike his team's first goal of the season, and it's it. That's Gervin Brown, the former UWI man. It's Gervin Brown with a strike. It's Howell. Left-footed into the corner. Yes, Gervin Brown with a strike. Former UWI man.
Jabari Howell is in his place tonight.
Just some freshen up in the midfield area, and that's where Aberville certainly won the battle tonight.
Lewis. Substitute Howell now gets in. Beckford gets there, but can't keep it in. Samuel to Nairn. Howell.
It's a lot of attributes for the attacking plays.
Oh, the turn and the shot! What a strike! Out of nowhere! Rondy Smith! We have seen some spectacular goals here at the compound, but take a bow!
Well, time stood still. So did the Harborview goalkeeper. This is the throw from Osani Ricketts. One bounce, chest control, and bang! Opportunism at its best. Rondy Smith. Clovey only goes to fetch because he couldn't save. So here's the goal. That's the goal scorer, Rondy Smith. It's a simple throw. One bounce onto his chest. He turns. Harvey gives him acres of space. And look at that. You couldn't make it up.
Morris. Now the shot. Take on! Rondy Smith again! Well, he can do no wrong with the spectacular tonight here at the compound. The champions racing away. They lead by 2-0.
Isn't this beautiful? One with the left foot earlier, this one with the right. Takes a touch to set himself, and look at that. Curls it up and over. Morris wanted the call for a foul. Referee let the play run, and what a good thing he did. The ball running for Rondy Smith, just took a touch to get it out of his feet so he could get the back lift. And really bent it through Clovis. Not a chance in goal.
Rondy Smith had 2 brilliant goals in the first half. And it's the difference between these two teams. One with the left, the other with the right. And Christian Clovis, who has had a shaky game so far, really could have done nothing about the goals.
So you thought that gave him confidence, but from the evidence of that, That was poor by any standard. Then for the Randy Smith strike, I'm not going to be too hard on him. He expected his defenders to do their job. They didn't. And even if he was aware of that, he couldn't have kept it out. Was aware that Randy Smith was lining up that effort and could do nothing about it. And then...
And of course, he's the scorer of the 2 goals tonight. First with the left. It was a brilliant one. And then the other with the right. Here it is. Fabulous effort by Portmore's number 20. Not bad to open his campaign this season.
You have to be in attack mode all the time.
Gordon going near corner,
oh
and that
goodness.
one made it in.
Well, it's not the worst goalkeeping play we've seen in the soccer world today, but definitely you'd like to see something better out of Marcinkowski here.
To see how the two teams handled the rain delays, we see a giveaway there to Gordon.
Not the guy you want to give it away to. Gordon fires Sayus again up to the...
Gordon makes the turn there on the delivery. 3 collapse on him, but he's able to break free. Omar in the box. Omar, what a move! Omar can't finish. Great save with the left foot there by Marcinkowski. Onside is Presley. Back across, deflected on save. Gordon the rebound. San Antonio FC the 2-1 lead.
Covering into, you're going to see that ball come off of Berry, I think, and the leaker keeps it out. Falls right to Omar Gordon, who just drives it back on there.
King into the area. Here's Gordon making the turn with a strike. Omar Gordon, the equalizer. He's done it again.
Omar Gordon deserves that tonight. He's really has done a fantastic job for SAFC tonight and carrying the load in the attack. A great finish, very timely for SAFC.
Last year when they met them, good corner swinging to the near post. Houghton does really well. Paris with a strike. What a goal! Kahim Paris strikes his first goal of the season. The former Detail man lights up the scene for Cavalier in Red Stripe Football Mondays.
Against the run of play, Diego Houghton did brilliantly well. Came for the ball early, gave it 2 fists, punched it clear. But Kahim Paris, and folks, why this goal is special is because this man is very left-footed. This is Nicholas Hamilton's corner. Double punch by Diego Houghton. And look at this, the weaker left foot. Absolutely, that's pure technique. Kids at home, take note. Didn't try to hit it too hard.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
Welcome back to the Spanish Town Prison Oval. And the referee signals the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, it's Cedar Grove. And they're facing off against Dela Vega City Football Club. And it is still 0-0 here in the second leg. But it's 3-1 an aggregate in favor of Cedar Grove. So they still have the advantage so far. For Dela Vega City. And now it turns into a free kick. Defensive work there by McIntosh, sends that ball forward. And further forward, try to find Javon Dunn, and Javon Dunn will try to convert, but Lawrence sees that ball all the way. And good defensive work there actually by Roberts. And Lawrence sends that ball forward, trying to find Oates or Spikes. Instead finds the boot of McIntosh. McIntosh sends that ball forward, intercepted by Francis. Thomas sends that ball forward. Meets the boot of the captain, Redwood. And right try to latch on. And that was a foul by Kevon Fletcher on Michaela Bryant. So it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. Free kick taken by Wormer, swings that one inside the 18-yard box. Still danger not averted as yet. Now it is momentarily. And that ball goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. So they're pressuring the defense of Cedar Grove. And they'll be looking to break that wall. As we see a ball there collected by the man Don Andre Chambers. So nerves looking to be settled here in the second half from both teams. Ball sent forward. And trying to find the feet of Basco. And that was a clattering challenge from Roberts, and he will be booked. And so the first player that goes into the books is actually Conroy Roberts. So he gets a yellow card for his challenge on Javon Basco. And standing behind this one is Nicholas McKinley, a two-man maul built by Dela Vega City. And we see about 4 players in Cedar Grove uniform and one just outside the 18-yard box. And we see the captain, Redwood, now sprinting into the 18-yard box. And a ball swung inside the 18-yard box, and I thought he wanted to go for the cross. In the end, it went over the crossbar for a goal kick for Dela Vega City. Ball sent up trying to find Spikes, but instead meets the boot of Barant. And that one goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. Free kick taken quickly. Now it's with Krishna Wright. Sends that one across for Nicholas McKinley. And McKinley on the ball. Sent it forward for Javon Basco. And defensive work again. Ball sent up and finds Oates. Oates on the ball. He was challenged, but sends that ball forward to Jerome Spikes. Jerome Spikes turns and fires, but headed on. And now it's with Redwood. Redwood sends that one across to McKinley. McKinley sends it further forward for Krishna Wright. Wright on the ball. Drifts by the defender. And now Kevon Fletcher. Fletcher on the ball. He's being challenged. Sends that one across to Basco. Miscommunication, but they do regain possession. And the referee was going to blow the whistle for the foul, but he allows the play to continue. And that ball swung across. Instead, Gordon lets that one run to the keeper. As there's a player down, that's Sean Barrant. And the man Barrant still being attended to, or still being tended to as the players wait for play to go on. And he probably will be taken off. Yes, he will be taken off momentarily. And for a few minutes or a few seconds or so, Cedar Grove will be down to 10 men. Roberts on the ball, sends that ball forward, trying to find Jermaine Oakley. Oakley sends that one across, and that's too much in the end. And Fletcher or Davis sends that one inside again, collected by Chambers. And I thought that one was too much for Devon Francis, but he did latch on to that one, chested by Dunn, and sent forward, couldn't find Dunn once more. That ball sent forward, trying to find Oakley. McKinley latches onto that one, shields two players now. And Oates blocked that defensive clearance by Redwood, but couldn't latch on once more. So he goes behind for a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Ball headed on, and a challenge. And Devon Francis just arguing with the referee that should have been a foul call. But the referee was not having it at all. So it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. Ball sent across for Nicholas McKinley. Now Krishna Wright. And that ball by Fletcher sent back to Krishna Wright, who sends that ball forward for Javon Dunn. Javon Dunn couldn't latch on. And Brian tried to latch on, and it's still now Cedar Grove, just for possession. And Brian comes out in the end for Dela Vega City. Oates sends it across to Francis. Francis tried to send that ball over the head of McKinley. And Oates on the ball, taken off. Now it's with Wright. And a beautiful turn to get by Brian. And that ball sent forward. Could be latched onto. And Krishna right now sends that one across for Buchanan. Buchanan's ball intercepted by Brian. Now it's with Devon Francis. Francis ball intercepted once more, but Jermaine Spikes goes around the keeper. Oh, that was a brilliant work there by the defender. That was close, but what a defensive effort by Javon McIntosh. Jerome Spikes saw that the keeper came out and just went past him. And there was some defensive mix-up from the Cedar Grove defense, and Jerome Spikes could not convert. But my oh my, what a chance for Dela Vega City Football Club to go ahead in this second leg of quarterfinal St. Catherine Major League action. That was some defensive effort, almost David Luiz like in the Confederations Cup in 2013, and that was displayed by Javon McIntosh. That was very close, and Cedar Grove can breathe a sigh of relief. Devon Francis on the ball, his ball taken off of him illegally, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. As the referee just speaks to Kashif Gordon and Krishna Wright. Gordon sends that one inside, and the man Martin couldn't latch on, so it will be a free kick or a goal kick for Cedar Grove. A ball sent forward, trying to fight Javon Dunn, headed by Roberts. And Krishna Wright, Finley. No, it is with Kevon Fletcher. He's being challenged by Kashif Gooden. He tries to get by Kashif Gooden, and that ball swung inside, but defensive work again by Dela Vega City. Jerome Spikes on the ball now for Dela Vega City. Sends it back for Jermaine Oakley. Blocked by Krishna Wright. Now it's with Kevon Fletcher, who sends that one across. And trying to find Basco. He does. Basco on the ball now for Cedar Grove. He will try to drift inside the 18-yard box. Tries to get by the defender, but good defensive work. And it goes straight into the hands of Christopher Lawrence. So will be a goal kick as it went behind. So Christopher Lawrence, the captain, sends that ball, trying to find Oates. Devonto Francis sends that one, but it's intercepted. And now it's with Nicholas McKinley. McKinley on the ball, sends it further up for Krishna Wright. Wright, the substitute, sends it to Dunn, who sends it forward. And it tries to find Kevon Fletcher, but too much on it. And it goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. Roberts. Through for Cedar Grove. And it will be the first substitution. And Devonto Francis comes off. And we're going to find out who comes on in a minute. And now the throw goes underway. Nicholas McKinley sends it to Buchanan, who sends it forward for Kevon Fletcher. Fletcher twisting and turning, and it tries to find Matthew Tate. Instead, defensive work there by Daniel Martin goes into touch, and the man that comes on is Mikhail Williams. So Mikhail Williams comes on, and the man Devonto Francis, he comes off. Now a throw. And that one means nothing in the end. It goes behind for a goal kick to Dela Vega City Football Club. Almost 59.5 minutes gone in this contest, and it's still a stalemate here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. This is the second leg of the St. Catherine Major League quarterfinals. And the first leg was concluded, and Cedar Grove emerged winners by 3-1. As we see a ball there latched on by Devon Francis. He's being taken off by Buchanan. And last touch by Francis, so it will be a Cedar Grove throw. Ball sent forward and tried to latch on to that is Javon Dunn, and he does. And couldn't make use of that one. The hard work displayed by the number 13, and he couldn't send that one inside and maybe make something of it. And now it is Mikhail Williams. It's still Mikhail Williams and goes down in the box. And the referee says nothing. And it will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. And Mikhail Williams is still on the floor for Dela Vega City. And he's been helped up by the referee. And looking at the replay here, that was actually the right appeal from the players. He was in fact pulled. And the referee didn't see that. So it will be a goal kick. Goal kick sent forward. And now it's back with Dela Vega City. And Roberts will let that one run out for a throw. And he takes that throw. Now it's with Devon Francis. Francis sends it back to Brian. Brian sends it forward. Meets the boot of McIntosh, who puts that one into touch for a throw. Take it quickly. Now it's with the substitute Mikhail Williams. Williams on the ball now for Dela Vega City. Sends that one back for Thomas. Thomas sends that one inside the 18-yard box. Will be collected by Chambers. Jermaine Oakley sends that ball forward, trying to find Kashif Gooden, but Nicholas McKinley sees that one all the way, but it goes into touch. Last touch by the number 9 from Cedar Grove, so it will be a throw to Dela Vega City. Through taken by Gordon. It's back to Gordon now. Gordon will look for a cross inside the 18-yard box, find some space, but intercepted by McKinley. Defensive work not entirely done. And the referee says it's a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Now it's with Dela Vega City through Kashif Gooden. Sends that one across to Thomas. His ball intercepted. And Brian, his ball intercepted by Wright, but Dela Vega City had it back momentarily. And Frechette Thomas. He sends that ball into touch and it will be a throw to Cedar Grove. And McKinley just trying to bark his instructions, or actually relay his instructions to his teammate, as he will be taking the throw. Krishna Wright on the ball. And last touch by Kashif Gordon. So it will be another throw for Cedar Grove. Headed by Roberts. It's with Krishna Wright, however, of Cedar Grove. Now with Fletcher. McKinley sends that ball inside the 18-yard box. Meets no one but the gloves of the goalkeeper, Christopher Lawrence. And he rolls that one for Devon Francis. Francis, he will be challenged. And The bigger body of Francis you thought would have won in the end, but Basco in the end wins the battle. And Cedar Grove with possession. And that ball sent across for Krishna Wright. Cedar Grove will have a chance, and it's sent across. Oh, that was a good goalkeeping effort there by Christopher Lawrence. What a save. And that ball was traveling, and it was going to actually dip into the back of the net, but what a goalkeeping effort or display by Christopher Lawrence. That was some very, very good goalkeeping. Had to stretch for that one, Lawrence. So, will be a corner for Cedar Grove. Buchanan takes that one corner, sends that ball inside, headed out by Francis. Krishna Wright sends that ball across for Redwood. Redwood gives that ball across, and it's an opportunity, and it just goes over the bar for a goal kick. Barant just seeing that ball through, passes it to Buchanan. Buchanan on the ball now. Aldine Buchanan twisting and turning, ends up finding his teammate. That Basco sends it across for Fletcher. Fletcher almost loses it. Now he does. And that was a foul committed by Brian. So it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. And it will be a yellow card for Michael Bryan. Redwood will be taking this free kick, and it will go directly for goal and wide of the target, so it will be a goal kick for Dela Vega City. It's still advantage Cedar Grove. They're leading on aggregate 3-1. And it's out for Dela Vega City, and being hounded, now shielded off, but Dela Vega City still has the ball, and Oates trying to latch on once more, but Redwood sees it all the way, sends that ball up, only meets the chest. Joel Wellington, and it will be a free kick. So Jermaine Oakley, he's coming out. And just going to confirm for you who comes on for Oakley. And it's actually Oral Hales that comes on. So Oakley comes out and Hale comes on as we see a ball swung inside the 18-yard box. Headed to the goalkeeper by Roberts. Straight into the gloves of Lawrence. Jerome spikes, sends that one across for Brian. And his ball intercepted. Now it's with Tate, who sends that one across for McIntosh. Further across now. And Barron couldn't latch on to that one, and it goes into touch for a throw to Cedar Grove.
At least 20 grand, and we get 6 from this or 26.
And ball goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Dela Vega City. As their chances are getting slimmer and slimmer by the minute. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box. It will be collected by Lawrence. Rolls that one out for Oates. Oates on the ball now. And he will look and try to find a pass, and does find Mikhail Williams, but too much on it. And it goes into touch, and it will be a throw to Cedar Grove. Just over 72 minutes gone in this contest, and they're still locked at 0-0. But it's 3-1 on aggregate in favor of Cedar Grove. As we see Basco being challenged by Martin, and he is fouled, so it will be a free kick for Cedar Grove. And he will swing this one inside the 18-yard box. I would love to see who would take this free kick, and it seems to be the man Alden Buchanan. Free kick swing inside the 18-yard box, headed by Redwood, but it goes wide of the target, and it will be a free kick or a goal kick, sorry, for Dela Vega City. St. Catherine Major League quarter-final action here at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. Cedar Grove, they're facing off against Dela Vega City, and it's still locked at 0-0. Your eyes are not deceiving you, as we see a foul committed by Sean Barrett on Mikhail Williams, so it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. It's left by Daniel Martin, and will be taken. Will it be taken by Roberts? No. He runs into the 18-yard box. And so Martin sends that one inside the 18-yard box. Will it be headed on? And defensive work once more by Cedar Grove. And the referee says a no-handled ball. No penalty. And Alden Buchanan now sends that one for Fletcher. Fletcher sends that ball forward for Krishna Wright. He will be challenged by Kashif Gooden. Gooden sends that one across. Wright sends that one across, intercepted. Oates, his ball headed by Finley. And the referee says it's a throw to Cedar Grove. Throw taken by McKinley. Latched on by Krishna Wright. His ball tackled And now it's with Brian. Brian sends that one across for Oates. Oates sends that one trying to find Jerome Spikes, but latched on and intercepted. Krishna Wright now on the ball, sends that one back for McKinley. McKinley sends it up to Krishna Wright. Wright on the ball now, and his ball deflected, and it goes into touch. Last touch by Oates, so it will be a throw to Cedar Grove. Just over 75 minutes gone here in the St. Catherine Major League quarterfinal. Intercepted. And now it's with Kevon Fletcher. Fletcher, he's fouled. He's fouled by Joel Whittingham, so it will be free kick. Taken quickly but intercepted. And Sean Barrant, high boot, and it will be a foul. And the referee says it wasn't taken at the spot where the foul was committed, so it will be retaken once more. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box, headed on, and another shot deflected, and another shot, and that's into the back of the net. The first goal of the contest, and it's 3-2 on aggregate. The number 11, the substitute, Oral Hales, and he pulls one back for Dela Vega City Football Club. And that is 1-0 here and 3-2 on aggregate. Cedar Grove better be careful. And just traveling and went into the back of the net. And the number 12 comes off for Cedar Grove. Matthew Tate. And we'll just confirm who comes on for you as a substitute is now on the ball for Cedar Grove. Throw to Cedar Grove. Will be collected by the goalkeeper, and is. Put it on. And now it's with Krishna Wright, back to McKinley. Now it's with Allen. And now it's with Buchanan once more. Sends it across the right. Right on the ball. Sends it back for McKinley. McKinley on the ball. Loves that ball forward. Trying to find one Duncan, but intercepted by Roberts. Defensive work there by Roberts. Sends that ball forward. And now it's with Mikhail Williams, or tried to latch on was Mikhail Williams. And now it is Jerome Spikes, but slipped. And now it's Aldi Buchanan. Heads that one across to Krishna Wright. And that ball now shielded by Nicholas McKinley. And it goes into touch for a throw. And I tell you, Cedar Grove has to be very, very careful. This is 3-2 on aggregate. As we see Mikhail Brand sends that one across to Jerome Spikes, but just couldn't latch on. And the referee says it's a corner. And now we see the game coming to life for these two teams. Cedar Grove fighting to keep this aggregate positive for them. And Dela Vega City trying to get back in this. Ball swung inside the 18-yard box, collected by McKinley, and it goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City Football Club. So it's 1-0 now in favor of Dela Vega City, but it's still 3-2 on aggregate in favor of Cedar Grove. And we see Basco on the ball, but he's fouled. Basco still on the floor, and he was fouled by Daniel Martin. And the medical team is being summoned. Will they come? And the referee just calling him once more. And he does eventually come, and we look at the goal once more. It was just a jostle for possession. And Spikes, his shot was blocked, but Oral Hale's shot wasn't. And Oral Hales came on actually for Devon Francis, and he made use of his substitution. So he puts the ball into the back of the net. As almost 81 minutes are approaching. And don't forget, SAFA Super League, we're back tomorrow at 6:30. Ball swung inside. Oh, that was a good goalkeeping display by Christopher Lawrence. And that ball was traveling by Aldin Buchanan. And it will be a corner for Cedar Grove. As you see, corner and an opportunity. And the referee says no foul. And Christopher Lawrence sends that one up, trying to find Oates. Richard Jr. Oates tried to latch on. No, it's Richard Jr. Oates at the moment. Sends that one across for Oral Hills. Will he latch on to that one? He does. And he will be challenged by Wright. And sending that one inside to the delight of the crowd. And that ball sent across and finds Jerome Spikes. Spikes on the ball now. That ball sent it to touch. So just to confirm the substitution, it's actually Ryan Dixon that comes on. And Matthew Tate comes off. The ball headed straight to the gloves of the goalkeeper, Dane Andre Chambers. So it will be reset for Cedar Grove. Ball sent forward, trying to find Basco. Kales gets that one over, intercepted by Dixon. Tried to head that one is Basco. Buchanan sends that one forward, finds Fletcher. Defensive work there by Oral Hayes, sends that one forward for Richard Jr. Oates. Oates sends that ball forward and intercepted. And there's just a jostle now again for possession. And sent to nowhere but the boots of Roberts. Dela Vega City now will try to score another. Defensive work there by Redwood. And he goes into touch with authority for a throw to Dela Vega City. Take it quickly. And he goes into touch once more for a throw. Gordon sends that ball inside for Oates. Oates still has the ball. Sends that one inside further. And defensive work there by Royal Dixon. Oral Hayes. And a shot, but wide of the target. And it will be a goal kick for Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove, I think, should be counting their lucky stars, because Dela Vega City have been pressing so much in the second half. They played so much better in the second half. And that's the reason why they got the goal. And that's the reason why they have a very good chance of even sending this one to extra time or penalties, or even winning this. Almost 85 minutes gone, just over 5 minutes left. And don't forget SAFA Super League action. Rockford, they're facing Brownstown at 8:30. And the Central Kingston, they're facing Santos at 6:30 at the Constant Spring football field. SAFA Super League action at Constant Spring. And it is Central Kingston versus Santos at 6:30. And Rockford, they're facing off against Brownstown at 8:30. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have the start of the playoffs. And that should be exciting for Red Stripe Premier League. And don't forget, that is exclusively on the website and the mobile app. Don't worry, guys. The SAFA Super League will be on YouTube and Facebook and the website, but the playoffs of the Red Stripe Premier League will exclusively be on the website. And if you want to view the playoffs, all you have to do, click the link in the description of any of our videos. Most of our videos have the link to the website. It's $500 Jamaican per month. And you get exclusively the Barbados League, Trinidad and Tobago League, and the Red Stripe Premier League playoffs. So, a lot of content at such a reasonable price, I believe. I'm already subscribing. Let me tell you, it's been a lot of content on the website, and there's been so much convincing. Even my mom joined as well. Headed out by Thomas, further headed on by Martin, and now it's with Roberts. Oh, he's fouled by Redwood, and it will be a free kick for Dela Vega City. And Redwood is still on the floor at the moment. Opportunity for them to go level on aggregate. What will be the result? Ball swung inside, headed out by McIntosh, and Cedar Grove will latch on. Ball headed out by Basco, so it will be a throw. Throw taken by Brian over to Oates. Oates sends that one inside, but it goes behind for a goal kick to Cedar Grove. Ball sent up and meets the boot of now Brian, and the referee says no foul committed by Dixon. Ball sent further up and trying to meet Duncan now for Cedar Grove, and headed out, and danger not averted. Now it is by Frechette Thomas. Meets the boot of McKinley. Now it's with Krishna Wright. Sends that ball for Duncan. His pass intercepted. Now it's with Oral Hales. Further to Brian, but he couldn't latch on. And McIntosh sends that ball further. And there was a swing at the foot by Roberts. And the referee says nothing. That was a cheeky little attempt there by one Roberts. So the referee says it's a free kick for Dela Vega City. 90 minutes have elapsed, and a very good opportunity for Dela Vega to continue their journey. Quarterfinal, sent inside, meets the head of Aldine Buchanan. Robert sends that one across to Mikhail Williams. Williams on the ball now, challenged by Basco. Twisting and turning, trying to get by Basco. And Basco gets the ball. Now it's Dixon. Dixon sends that one up, ball intercepted by Roberts. And Dela Vega City trying to search forward. Ball goes into touch for a throw to Dela Vega City. Ball through, tried to meet Bryant. And it goes into touch once more, and it will be a throw to Dela Vega City. And 91 minutes now has passed. And don't forget to click on our channel to go for the next match. That will be starting in a couple of minutes. And it is New Raiders, and they're facing off against Marcus Garvey Football Club. And the medical staff seems to be summoned, and he is on the field now for Cedar Grove. As we see the goalkeeper now up and ready. And the referee says the keeper's okay. Will be latched on by Krishna Wright. No, it isn't. That was Richard Junior Oates. Ball sent across. And too much for Mikhail Williams. And he does latch on still. Now it's with Martin. Martin swings that one inside the 18-yard box. Headed out by Krishna Wright. Now it's with Gordon, who sends it across for Bryan. Mikhail Bryan on the ball now. And he's being shielded by Nicholas McKinley. And that is the end of the contest. Scary towards the end for Cedar Grove, but they do manage to get the job done, even though they lost in this matchup. Ball put into the back of the net by Oral Hales, but at the end of this tie, it is Cedar Grove 3, Dela Vega City 2 on aggregate, but they do win by a goal to nil. Stay tuned. In a couple of minutes, it will be New Raiders Football Club. They're going against Marcus Garvey Football Club. This is St. Catherine Major League action.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.